Oh, and it's
Going live.
thinking
Going
and oh
live.
yeah,
Going
here we
live.
go.
Yay.
Miss
Hello, hello.
Celeste. Hello.
Hi.
We are live. I can't wait for you to meet Miss Heather, and she's got so many fun things. Uh
Oh,
by the way, Celeste also has a channel and she gets some
okay.
amazing goodies. Like she
Awesome.
thrifts and like some of them I think you would probably like.
I know I would. I always get jealous of folks who have the really good shopping where they live. I know people think there is this weird myth that Colorado has a lot of great thrifting, and I'm going to tell you, eh, eh. Maybe Colorado Springs, but Denver,
Well,
it's
I will
rough. It is
I will
rough.
tell you, I am considering, and I am not joking about this. Uh, I know someone who has a van down by the river, not down by the river, but who has a like a transportation vehicle,
Mhm.
and I am really considering doing and hosting a thrift through Iowa event with a
Oh.
bunch of people. Hey,
Mhm.
Sheila.
Sheila, really quick, since you're here, I don't know if you can stay the whole time, but Angela was asking if I had anybody who could help back up if needed, which we but so I thought if I saw Sheila, I was going to ask you. So let me know. But
Yes,
yes,
and if so, then I will make you a moderator as well.
go
Um,
back to the
uh,
van though. Go back to the van
oh yeah,
story.
the van. And hello, Miss Lori. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Brenda. Uh, yeah. So down by the river. So it's actually a transportation van that I think it would be fun to host a weekend. Uh,
Ooh.
go back to my old days when I used to host big events and sales conferences, work with an Airbnb or a
Oh wow.
hotel, and then have the driver take us to all of my favorite haunts and jaunts across because we
Fun.
really do have amazing antique stores, thrift shops. Hi Nancy. And I think it would be really fun.
Yeah.
What sparked it was Enamor Amy when she was saying that she drove through Nebraska in the middle of the night. And I'm like, girl, you need to go during the day.
Yeah.
And you need to let me drive you through Nebraska and then we'll stop at all the fun places along the way. So
Yes.
it's my dream. I think
Yes.
we could
Yes.
have Dave drive. We could have
And
Dave drive us. He has a
yeah,
CL.
that sounds
We have
awesome.
that much stuff. We have a problem.
Oh, we'd probably have to take a trailer behind us though.
Now it's getting a
Let's
little
go to
complicated.
the
So, for all of you who are joining, first of all, if you are watching this on the replay, I'm sorry, but don't despair because you are welcome to watch all the way through to the end. If perhaps there's items that didn't sell throughout our time together, then reach out to either, I hope it's okay, Heather, or myself via Instagram or emails. After the sale, I will have all of the description in the description box, all of Heather's information
Yeah,
so that Lori's volunteering to drive the party bus. I'm game.
yeah. I do have one caveat though. Usually I only like to be contacted like the day after. If it's 3 to 4 days after, my mind won't be in the zone of this sale and these items, and some things get
I
put
agree.
away, some things go into another sale, or they might, it's just, it's more of like the day after, email me.
I agree because you know what, our brains don't work like
Yeah,
that, and we need to actually move on.
right.
So Dave is here. He is a moderator, but don't expect much from him except for him to chat with you. Uh, he's a lot of fun, and he actually is also my husband. And Sandy tonight, which you will see as Wilhelmina, will be our bid ender for the evening. So, a couple of
Thank you.
yes, thank you so much. Hey, Karen Williams. I am so glad that you are here.
Really?
I just want to know if you're drinking box wine tonight and what kind is it? Because mine, if I'm going to drink box wine, it has to be a Pinot Noir. Sarah Lee Coleman. Hey, ladies. Look at you. She is like preparing to bid on fun things.
Oh, so nice.
I know.
I love YouTube. Don't you love YouTube?
I love YouTube. I love Instagram. I went over and followed Sarah Lee and I was like, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, so we have a lot of great vintage in store for you. And I can't wait to get started. But we probably, oh my gosh, always anything. Well, then I guess I don't have to worry about you stealing my wine because you can drink white and I will drink red. Oh, and by the way, my husband Dave is behind the scenes over here sitting in his Archie bunker, which really doesn't look like an Archie bunker chair, but more like an Edith bunker chair. Okay. And he would tell you that we could probably when we go camping Karen Williams made a Christmas tree out of wine boxes.
Okay. A Christmas tree.
Yes, she did. I saw it on Instagram. It is real.
Probably make a sequoia.
Hey, you said I could make a sequoia.
I love creativity.
I know. I was thinking though we needed to spray paint it and add some things to it. So Karen, if you still have it, I'll come out and zhuzh it up. A few things that I want to talk about before, and I'm going to try this. I did this just for us because I've never done it before.
Okay.
But we need to talk about a little bit about what we need from all of you if you were bidding today or any other day for that matter. So I'm going to go pop this on this screen and I'll talk about it a little bit. I don't know if we're going to go away or not. I have no idea. I've never done it before. In order to get your vintage goodies, the following information, please send it an email. Your YouTube screen name, your real first and last name, your full mailing address, and the email to send your invoice to. And what you can't see on there is that if you don't have PayPal, that's not a problem. We can check you out as a guest and you can pay with whatever form of payment that you wish. So I will pop that up periodically through our stream, but it's really important, especially when you're sending us the email, say live sale and today's date, because otherwise it may go to spam, and I've had that happen and it's so frustrating. So that would be amazing. Hello, Miss Amy. Thank you all for all your support. And Amy, especially you for sharing. I'm so glad you're here.
Amy.
And Miss Amy. And then how do I get out of this? Hide it.
I have to tell Amy that I'm like, Amy, I have no idea how to make a story. I made this entire cute thing for the human behind the account that you would tag me in, and I designed the whole thing, and I don't know how to make it a story. I am at a loss. I appreciated that you tagged me in that, but I don't know how to pay it forward. I'm totally perplexed. Anywho's.
Well, you know what? It's my daily thing with Dave. He just said to me, how do I get on here? And he's sitting across the room. I'm like, oh my gosh, you hit the YouTube icon. It's not that hard.
Well, I just don't.
Yeah, well, no, he would like that would be way beyond his. But you post reels, and you're amazing at that.
Well, the reel that actually took me so long to figure out how to get it. Like I thought I had done it, and then I'm like, oh, it was just wanting to like confirm the sparkles or the hearts that I chose. And then I finally got it. And then it was like the timing. I must have done it. It took me an hour to just to film a reel and get it posted.
Well, once you do it a few times, it will be like, you'll just be like popping them out left and right.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, Karen. Well, I'll tell you if we want to tell on each other. So a few live sales back, Landon was my moderator. Landon is 19, goes to Iowa State University, go Cyclones. And he was sitting in the room with me. And then his buddy came over and they were watching me as I was doing the video. And then Demi came down and they were watching me.
You had an audience, a live studio.
I had a live studio audience. Yeah. And
okay.
They were making so much fun of me because at the end, so in front of me is my iPad, and that's what I'm looking at. To the right of me is my phone, so I can just make sure everything is okay. Below me is my Mac. And I was pressing with my finger on my Mac. And they couldn't control themselves. They were like, Mom, you're such a boomer. You're such a boomer. And I was like, well, I'm sorry. I guess I'm a boomer. But I used to take offense to that because I was like, really? I am a Gen Xer and you're not and Papa or boomer. So
you have no clue. Yeah, they don't. Like, do you really know what the years for a boomer actually is? No.
No, Barbie. It is Angela calling you sweet Barbie. But I'm sure Dave will call you that too. A couple of other things I want to talk about. Justin, are you okay with doing just in case tonight, Heather?
I had my first experience. You know what? It'd probably be really good practice for me. So yes, let's do it. But okay. I will say that I did it on the Vintage Quartet on Sarah the Traveling Buttons channel. And they basically held my hand all the way through. They pretty much took care of managing the just in cases and the chats for me.
And I promised that to you too, as well as Sandy, who is Wilhelmina, and Dave as well, because he'll be watching too. So let me talk a little bit. Hi, Sheila. I appreciate it. Let me talk a little bit about how just in case works. You're going to not see our pretty faces for a minute, but I'm going to pop this up on the screen and I'm just going to talk about it so that all of you kind of understand. Now, if you have ever been to a live, like an auction, an on-site auction, you're probably like, you don't need to tell me this. I get it. But you can consider this like a reserve bid. So maybe you have to leave early and you say, I really want X, Y, and Z. And my highest bid just in case is this amount. So what happens is we'll be bidding on items. And if you're an active bidder during our countdown, which I will count down or Heather will count down 15 to 0, then you can put a just in case in. And just know that they can turn into an active bid. So for example, if you bid $50 on an item, but you were like, ooh, I really want that. So I'm going to put, when the bid countdown starts, I'm going to put a just in case in at 100. That means that you might still see bids coming in at 55, 56, 57. At the end, when we say bid end, and Sandy, Wilhelmina, or Dave, or whomever is putting the bid end in, at the end of that, if you are the highest or if you have a just in case, you are the winning bid. So if it was $80, you would get it, and you put in a just in case of 100, you would get it for 81. However, if somebody puts in a just in case, and so do you, then that would be when it turns into an active bid. So if somebody put in a bid that was $90 and you put it, or just in case in at 90 and you put one in at 100, you would pay $100, if that makes sense. So I hope that makes sense. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now I got
It is kind of a mind puzzle
It is.
when
But
you hear it explained.
that's the most important part, is that you understand that if you bid that and you really want that, that it could turn into whatever that number was that you bid. It's that easy. And Heather, you are
Yes.
shipping from Colorado,
Yes.
the wonderful, my favorite state, and I am shipping from Iowa. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, both of us use Pirate Ship
Mhm.
to ship to get you the very best rates that you can possibly get. And we also use PayPal, which is the safest and best way, not only for you, but for us as well. Now, interestingly, you don't have to have a PayPal account. It's no worry. So you can check out as a guest and we will make sure of that. Just include that if you don't have a PayPal account. When you send us your email, just let us know and we will take care of it from there.
Yeah, and Amy is adding some
Ooh,
extra
that
advice.
is a great call out, Amy. Thank you so much, because I did have that on my list, but I forgot. So, the other thing that has changed about YouTube is, if you look to, so two things. You want to be right on track when you bid. So you want to be at the very most current position on the channel so that you can bid. And you'll know this because at the very bottom, there will be a red line. To the very right, it should be right next to the comments. In your comments, it says live chat. And you may think that you're in live chat, but you might not be. To the right, it now looks like a tornado. Click on that and hit all chat. And then you will be at the most current place. So you're bidding live. And if you feel like there's a lag going on and it's weird, close out of your entire video or this entire live and come back in. Just like, I'm done watching these two, and then come back and then hit again. Every single time you do it, you have to hit all chat. So thank you, Amy. Amy took the words right out of my mouth. All right. So I think it is about time that we
Okay,
get started.
I'd love
Uh,
to.
and I know that there are a lot of folks here. Hello, Laura. Uh, I think we've said hello to everyone, but before you bid, if you don't mind going first, that would be
Sure.
great. But before you do that, can you just tell us a little bit about you? I've been talking about you for a couple weeks,
Sure.
and how you kind of got started and what you
Uh,
love.
sure. It's pretty simple. Um, like most of us, I'm a lover of old stuff. I have a nostalgic heart. Oh, you need to
Not have me on the screen.
oh, we can back up. I'll do it myself. I'll just boot scooch back here.
There you go.
Can you put it to where there is a down at the bottom? There's like a big picture and then two people on the side.
Oh, you want to see me?
Absolutely. When I was
Now
on
you see me.
Yes, when I was on Pamela Blanchard's sale, just when we were selling. No, but just now, put the arrow on my face and drag it to where you are.
It's not working. I
Just
don't want to see my
drag,
face.
just click on my face and drag me to the center. Okay, I don't want to
I'm
make it
just going
worse
to look
for you,
pretty
so
for a second here, and
that's
I'm
fine.
just
You
going
can
to.
just put it back the way you had it. It's fine. I like seeing everyone that I'm with.
I'll figure it out, but I guess we didn't test this before. I should have done this before we started. Good.
So we were just chatting, talking about Iowa,
Yeah, we
talking
were
about
having such a
kids.
great time, and it was awesome.
You
And now I'm
know.
going to put you where you need to be. Good God. There you go.
Okay. Just keep talking to me because I feel very lonely out here all by myself.
I will, and I will figure this out. And
Okay. So my name is Heather Elizabeth. I was saying that I love the romance of bygone eras. I love the history and nostalgia that comes with things from the past, whatever era is your jam. Uh, I like a lot of eras, but I usually tend to lean toward 18th, 19th century into maybe the 30s, 40s. But I sell everything when I am a guest on a channel. So I do bring sometimes my personal taste, and I do bring all sorts of other fun items. But as far as how I got into this, I have been an Etsy seller for a very long time. I started in costume jewelry, and so was very, very obsessed with designers like Hobie, Schiaparelli, Miriam Haskell, uh, just all of the Weiss, the very collectible jewelry. And so when I started my Etsy shop, I thought that was going to be my niche. But as you go to estate sales and you see some of the awesome items, and I'd be buying art for myself because I have a history in art. I went to school for art. Then you start buying furniture, and then you're like, oh, look at these amazing textiles. Oh, look, I mean, when you love old stuff, you just start, collecting all the goodies. So my Etsy shop did start to expand beyond jewelry. And let's see, I would say I did have a booth, an antique booth for a little over a year, but then I cut out of there because we moved into a new house. So the location wasn't convenient for me to go to the booth every week. But I do love going to antique malls. So it was only natural that eventually I dip my toe into the booth, which I have to say, it is so much fun. I loved it. I loved it a lot. And I started watching YouTube before COVID. I used to watch Scott from the old Curiosity Shop. And as we got into the shutdown and I started watching more channels, I met all of the other sellers that are out there. I think, how did I do it? I went from watching Scott from the old Curiosity Shop. He is the one who must have mentioned Jocelyn, the crazy lamp lady. So I started watching her. Her at the time, it was her and Sue. Sumi. I don't know if you guys watch Sumi on her channel, but then Jocelyn mentioned Jeffrey from Real Nifty Vintage. And then from Jeffrey, that was how I found what is Misty's channel? Thrifter, Junker, Vintage, Hunter. So like a lot of the really popular vintage YouTube sellers, that was my map. Look at us. Well, wait, but
I know
this is where we started.
I know we don't want this forever, but I was like, I feel like I can't give you like my love and support.
I know my mind's kind of, I don't know. I'm trying to stay focused, but I'm probably just rambling too much.
No, what I love that you said is that all of the support of the channels. That's exactly how I came to know you, Heather, and Amy from Enamor Amy, and Sarah. I love it's so true.
Yeah. And then I remember before I even started a channel, I remember watching Sarah when she would be a guest on Misty's stuff, Misty's sales. And it wasn't until a year ago, I just had my channel birthday.
Happy birthday.
So it wasn't until the very end of January that I decided I'm going to do what Scott from the old Curiosity Shop does. I am going to do videos of me, going around to antique shops, and it's going to help promote my Etsy business, which is what he was doing. He was, for years and years and years, he was, talking about things, going thrifting, and then he would talk about his eBay shop because he has an eBay store. So I thought, I kind of was modeling I was modeling my channel a little bit toward what he did because I've been watching him for so long. That's where I liked it. So And then I thought, then maybe once I do that, then maybe I'll be able to do live sales and they'll want me as a guest, because I didn't want to do my own live sale. I'm like, there's so many live sales out there. Why? I felt like little fish, big pond. Maybe the little fish can swim around to the other big ponds. So that was why I started the YouTube channel. And what's interesting is YouTube videos take me so much time and effort to do, and I'm not a huge high energy individual, that I haven't been spending a lot of time listing things in my Etsy shop. It takes a lot of time to photo and
Yes,
list.
it
And
does.
I've been neglecting my shop. I sold a lot of stuff in December, and now it's the smallest it's ever been. It's so
Well,
small.
I'll tell you what. I have an Etsy shop, and primarily my Etsy shop is for my digitals, for everything that's antique and vintage ephemera that I do for my art community. And I agree, it is overwhelmingly stressful, and they're now taking a huge cut. And so that's kind of how I got started doing live sales. I was like, well, this is ridiculous. And um, it actually saves me time to do a live sale than it does to list on Etsy, because, I don't want to take 10 pictures of one thing and do all the angles. Like, that's just way too much.
It's
And
time.
plus, right. And this is so much more fun because, for example, Sarah
It
Lee Coleman,
is.
Karen Williams, I see them on a lot of channels that I follow. So
Yes.
while I have no idea and I've never met them, I feel like they're my friends. And I am a huge social butterfly. I know Dave is going to say something. I love people. I'm a big hugger. I feel like once I've met you, you will forever be my friend. And it is important to me to have that community. So this was, for me, an avenue to connect with people and do the live. And before I talk about me, I would like to say, is there anything that you would like to say first before we move on? I was like, well, that was a transition.
Um,
It was great. And
just
then I
just
started talking.
my channel has evolved. So I started out doing what I call music and antiquing series because I didn't know how to do voiceovers, and I still haven't learned. But I now edit differently, where I kind of put me talking with other things, so it kind of sounds a bit like a voiceover, but I still haven't learned how to do a voiceover. But now I am trying to do other like decorating and sharing things that I love, along with going antiquing. And of course, I started a chat show because I had a big void uh, in the during the shutdown. There was Patrick, that is the trusty huckster. Patrick the trusty huckster used to do a chat show with Nate and Katie from Vintage and Vinyl, and they used to do what was called deep dives, and they would pick a subject to talk about, and they would have actually like 3-hour discussions on it. But once COVID was over, Patrick kind of, the deep dives, the triptych kind of faded away a little bit. I'm sure he'll bring it back if he feels like it here and there, but it's kind of faded away. And there was such a void. I'm like, I want to do a chat show that has a little bit of what Patrick's is. And then I want to do something I didn't see anybody else doing. I'm like, I'm going to do this because no one else is doing it. And I said, I want to have a chat show where we just talk about like showing pictures of really cool collections that either we have or we would like to have or that we admire, photos of decor of beautiful homes that are decorated with antiques, celebrating, people who love decorating with antiques in their home. And what else do we talk about? Right now, we've also added, what was the other thing? Oh, media. That was, if you watch our very first chat show, Brocont and Bergamot, episode 1, it was inspiring interiors, celebrating collections, and media must. And then we did a history highlight. And the media was fun because the media is just like celebrating like either the movies or the books that you like that maybe take place in another time period. We're very, if you love old things, usually you're very romantic and you love the nostalgic movies as well, or books, or we also share a lot of YouTube channels that have to do with the antiquing world or the vintage world or things like that, or traveling too. I've shared travel channels and things like that. So anyway, my channel has evolved and I have that going on too. That was a very long way of saying that I do some other things too.
My friends need to know you, and likewise, so that they can follow you. And what I would say that, just to recap, Heather does extensive research. So William Morris is in the crafting community. One, I don't know that you know this, Heather, that we do a lot of junk journaling. A lot of people have done digitals with some original William Morris, like 1800s patterns and such. And learning more about him is fantastic. And what I think is interesting is, what I didn't know about you, Heather, is that you have an art and an art degree background, as do I.
You do?
Yeah. So I really thought when I went to college that I was going to be a fashion designer. My grandma, Mo, we call her Mo, and I designed every single one of my dresses that I wore for any kind of formal, and I would draw it and she would make it. And so that's what I really wanted to do. And I thought I would move to, New York and be famous. And then I was like, it's expensive to move there.
Yeah.
So then I shifted and went into travel. So I'll just share really quickly how I got to this space. And I've always been an artist. I have always been a collector. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. She taught me, and I say this all the time, no matter if it's in art or life, color outside the lines. I don't know that she really knew what she was saying when she said that to me, because my whole life is coloring outside. The rules are, there are no rules, and I will figure it out if something goes wrong. I really truly believe you need to take chances, take risks, because you don't know where you can actually go and you can be if you don't. So my mom taught me that. She did China painting, toll painting. Do you remember in the 70s when they did toll painting?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
I love toll. I love toll. I love metal.
I know, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if I had some of her originals, those would sell amazingly. And she did stained glass. There was nothing my mom didn't do. And like I said, my dad was full-time working. She didn't work. So to create a beautiful home, she upcycled, and she would take me to, flea markets and thrift shops, and not so much thrift shops, I guess, but antique stores. And she would just find crap, like stuff that I would look at and go, there's no way this could be beautiful. And she would make it into something stunning. And she always told me, just, use your imagination, try new things. And so I always have. And so that's kind of been my life.
Mm-hmm.
And when we started this channel, it was really privately. So just for a family. And then Restoration Harmony, which is our flipping business, I wasn't good at it. Like, I would take videos and I'd forget to do befores, and then they'd see the afters. So I would start to post those, which I love to do. But as I said to Heather, when you're on a construction site and you have a bunch of men, you probably don't have the best footage, because I was like, I'm like, hey, I'm going to do a video. And then they would all start saying naughty words. And I'd be like, it's going to just be a bunch of bleeps. So I can't do that. So when quarantine happened, I went back to my career, And I had a background in adult education. So I was educating people. I was a sales director. I did conferences and classes. I taught people how to sell stuff. Taught I taught etiquette classes. I know. It was
This,
not my
this is
favorite.
all making sense to me, Angela, because your videos very much feel like you're in like a class to me.
Well,
No, it
yes.
makes sense.
And I had a fantastic team when I worked for the insurance company, and I called them my dream crushers because I would come up with these fabulous ideas, and they'd be like, "No," and they were my they. I never called them my employees, but they were, and they would be like, "No, we're not doing that," and they'd say, "Put it in your file, and you can do it later." They were fantastic. They taught me how to do virtual learning, and I had never really done that. And so when quarantine happened, I was lonely. It was horrible. And I wasn't working in corporate America anymore. I had been working at the dental office with Dave. I had been doing flip houses and around people all the time. So I created a course that took me almost 2 months to create on mindfulness and positivity from some training that I had had. And it did fine. And then I was like, it's not getting kind of the attention that it needs. And I'm maybe not selling it or promoting it as much as I should. So that is when I just put on my big girl panties one day and I said, I'm just going to do a video. I, what happens? I mean, if I put this on my phone, I don't have to post it. And nobody needs to know if it was horrible. And I started doing crafting videos of things that were on my mind and things I wanted to do. And that's how I kind of launched. And then I'm looking at Dave. The two of us are combining our homes after 7 years of marriage and all of our kids graduating. And so we really need to pare down. And so I started going through all of my collections, and I love to thrift. So I started doing some thrifting videos and then thrifting my own home. And then I started watching. I started watching you, Heather. I started watching Amy and Sarah, and I felt like I had a community of people. And I'm like, these are cool people. I think I can do this. And so again, big girl panties on, and I did it. And I haven't looked back. And I think that uh, if you were someone who was thinking about it, just do it. And if you ever want to have support, call on me. I mean, I've coached and done leadership development all my life. I love it. It is my heart and my true passion, beyond all of my loves of vintage and all of those other things. So, you know, just reach out. And with that, the Sarah Lee Coleman said,
Shall we
this
show some stuff?
this is good. And I'm going to read this out loud. I hope you don't mind, Sarah Lee. Because on the replay, folks can't see the comments, but this is important. She said, this community saved my mental well being. Not going to go into this, but COVID is not over. And you are right. There are a lot of people that are still suffering from it, but the fact that you said it is saving your mental well-being is true, because sometimes I can't sleep at night. So I'll watch a replay of a video and I'll just let it play until I fall asleep. I know I'm not the only
Mhm.
one out there.
Yeah,
And then,
definitely.
yeah. And then Sheila said, it reignited my love for vintage and antiques, which, you know what? Sometimes we lose it. She said she had back in the 80s and 90s. I took a detour to get into vintage wine, which I still love. Oh, that is
Oh
awesome.
yeah. Sheila
Yeah.
Sheila has a whole wine cellar in her basement that's like walls and walls of bottles.
Dave built a wine cellar in one of the homes. This was BA before Angela. And he showed me photos of it. And I was like, why can't we have that at our house? I'll take out the bathroom right down here in the basement and we can make it into a wine cellar. That is Fabulous.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're ready to get started. There's a little bit
Yeah,
more.
we've been talking for 40 minutes, Angela. I can't believe it. So much time has passed already.
Well, I think it's important for this first one for people to understand and know who we are. So this will go pretty quick. So I'm going to turn it over to you, and I'm going to try to do this. Oh, yeah, yeah. If I can, we'll see what happens. And you go for it with your
All
first,
right.
my friend.
Well, so because this is, you're starting to, branch out into the home goods. I have
Wait. We are going to fix this.
Okay. We can just keep it here. It's okay.
Why is it not working?
It's all right.
I don't want you not to see me. I feel like I'm abandoning you.
Well, as long as you keep talking to me, I'll be fine.
I will.
So I've got some vintage Pyrex that is in really good condition. So what I was trying to say was I've got a variety here because I'm not sure what the styles are going to be of a lot of your crafters. I don't know what their home styles are. So I'm kind of am trying a lot of different things. It's not all one type of vintage or antiques. And so this is the number 403 2.5 quart turquoise Pyrex Amish butter print in a really good condition.
That's
And
cool.
this is offer starting at $20. So
Wow.
that's where I want to start for this awesome little Pyrex bowl. So definitely for everyone who likes more of the mid-century, fun, colorful kitchens. If you are one of those who likes like either the pink and black or the turquoise blue or like what do they call them? I still call it retro, but I just found out that the definition of retro is not what I think of retro. When I think of retro, like I think of like a retro kitchen, I think of a 50s kitchen. But I guess I'm using the word retro wrong.
Are you really?
Apparently I am. So this is for like a 50s kitchen, I think. So very fun, colorful. A lot of people put Pyrex in all sorts of collections, and I've seen wonderful displays with them. And I was able to pick this up at a decent price to be able to offer it at $20 if anybody needs the mid-size, I believe, 2.5 quart and loves the retro or the 50s turquoise color for their fun little kitchen. Barbie, she loves that color. Turquoise it's such an eye-catching color, especially if you like the mid-century era.
And
Very popular.
I do a lot of decorating with vintage and retro, which is what I would call it, in my craft room, and that would be perfect for art supplies, and because you can look at it every day. It's so beautiful.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And people do all sorts of things with this. A lot of times I think like the Pyrex purists, they have the sets and, or a lot of people are trying to build their sets. And some people will display with them upside down and put things on top and stack them fun ways. I've seen so many things. If you love inspiration, just go onto Pinterest and look up Pyrex. You'll see all sorts of fun ideas. So I'm not seeing anybody ready to pop in a bid of $20.
That is a bargain. Like that is.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. Is like I'm like, I don't know what people are gonna want. So I'm just gonna bring a super variety. So I'm going to put this down. Oh, question, Angela. Did you want to just keep bouncing back and forth, or did you want to do 2 rounds per?
We can bounce back and forth, and
Okay.
eventually I'll figure out. I'm just going to click on everything until I figure out how. I don't know why this isn't working the way I want, but we're just going to do it and bounce back and forth. Okay. Look, when I do it this way, then
I'm here.
now watch.
So
Let's
I'm
see
the
if
only one who's going to have to be solo.
Now let's see if this works. Let me just click on you.
Well, drag me. You have to drag me over.
Look at that. I
You
was,
did
I
it.
was dragging you, girl, but I was dragging you down below. Don't be a drag.
We got this. We got this. This is good.
Good heavens. They make it easy. Like it's like StreamYard for dummies. But
Yeah.
okay. I did say I was not going to do any Valentine's Day.
Oh.
But I decided she needed a place. So I am going to start the bid. Let me get you a starting bid, which I forgot to do totally. You guys, I've never done this with another person before. Dave is over here.
I can put in a start. I could put in a start if you want.
If you can do that, that would be awesome.
You want to start at what price?
$10. Now, she is a February girl. Anybody have birthdays in February? We have a lot of family members with February birthdays. She is in fantastic shape. She has no chips, no cracks, and her cold paint is beautiful. I don't know exactly who the maker is of this, but there's more.
There's more.
I'm like Ron Popeil, the pocket fisherman.
I like that too.
I know. It's just so cute. So one thing I try to do, I think it's my staging and love of making things look like a vignette.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this looks dumb, right? You get an oil can. Well, I thought that this sweet little girl that I'm going to show you in 2 seconds looked like she needed to go with this family.
Oh, that's a cute little lot.
Yeah.
I like that.
Like I said, this is tiny. Like that little can is so itty bitty, and it makes an awesome display. It comes with magnets, so you don't have to worry about that. But I use these all the time to display things. I even use them in my crafting videos if I have a note that I want to make sure that I mention when I am doing a video. I just stick the note on there with a little piece. And I'll tell you what, those oil cans are getting more expensive and harder to find. And
I like little oil cans too. Anything, whether it's the spikes or the oil cans, they really make a good base for all kinds of things. I had some rubber puppet heads, and I was using them as a stand to display the puppet heads. I mean,
I have rubber puppet heads I bought from Jason and Tina at Mother Tucker's, and they're just sitting in my craft room. That is a great idea.
Put them on there, as long as the spout isn't too long and it is the right size. Even doll heads work well on them because the base is heftier visually than like a receipt spike usually is long. I have one short one, but the oil cans, because it's heftier, it makes much more of a nice base look to it. So any sort of head looks good.
Yeah, that's awesome. And the thing is that my thought was, yes, this looks super, super cute together, but you can use this for anything. And this little sweetheart, she doesn't scream Valentine's Day. I mean, you can put her up for, well, she kind of does scream Valentine's Day, but you can put her up for any kind of holiday, in my opinion, because it's just like a symbol of love. And this little greeting card has nobody signed it. So apparently they didn't really want that to happen.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh, yes, it would. Peony Lane with a little bling. And I bling things up a lot, but I don't see any interest. So we're going to move on. And I'm going to slide you over and you can go next.
Slide me over. Here we go. I'm ready.
Here we go, girl.
I'm ready. All right. Okay, so this is going to be buy it now. I have two choices of salt and pepper shakers. One
Oh
is,
my.
I put this in my reel, the anthropomorphic pineapple head little dudes. They're funny looking, but uh the whole fruit as people, it's a little collectible thing. There are a lot of people who like the anthropomorphic fruit, vegetables in these salt and pepper shakers. And so these are going to be a buy it now at $10.
Dave
So,
just said, I want those pineapples.
okay, hold on. I'm going to tell you the claim in just a second. And then these are really fun. They're salt and peppers, where the thing is, I don't think a lot of us necessarily want to have a washer dryer vintage salt and pepper shaker necessarily, unless maybe you own a laundry. I don't know. But they're an awesome size for a dollhouse. And I do like dolls. And this is more for, I would say, a mid-century type dollhouse. I tend to lean more toward more older, leaning more Victorian or cottage-looking dollhouse stuff. So this is for someone who wants to make one of those dollhouses or miniatures where it's more of a mid-century home. And I have seen photos of people who have those. It's incredible. It's incredible. So the buy it now. We have got
Hey, Heather, are they metal or are they porcelain?
these are plastic. These are plastic.
Even better.
These are plastic. These are just
I
hard.
want to know if it actually washes your
hard
clothes.
Plastic. Pretty fun. And neither has their stoppers. So now that I have gone through, and this one is marked Japan. Just now that I've gone through, there's no stoppers. Let's do a real cute close up, just so you see both.
Oh my gosh, those are adorable.
Okay, so if anybody
stoppers you can get easily on Amazon, replacement stoppers with no problem.
Yeah,
so
whoever's the fastest is going to get it. So this is going to be claim letter H, $10 for the pineapple boys. This is going to be claim letter L for the washer dryer mid-century washer dryer salt and peppers.
So, yes, Karen, they would be cute in a washer.
L H. There you go.
Honey, you can bid on it. You can bid on it. You're not with me. He goes, I would give my cow salt and pepper shakers up for those pineapples. All right, I'm going to move on. And if somebody like maybe Dave decides to bid, then that's awesome too. Nobody says you can't. Okay, well, it wouldn't be right if I didn't bring a little ephemera. And so tonight I am bringing a choice. This is a quick claim. And you can pick 1, 2, or 3. But I think that they are so fun, and these are educational. So these would have been the teacher's edition of these books, and they're in really good condition. I use them a lot for risers. So here's all 3 of them, and then I would put things on top of them to display them. Just because I love how pretty they are, but the innards are beautiful. So Marvel Sailor from Perry, Iowa was very, very kind, with the exception of a few pages. But look, this is not, these are photos. School, drive slow. This is from the 1930s. I believe it was 1931. So this is, you can pick 1, 2, or all 3. I'm going to give you a letter. First person to put it in wins. Oh my gosh, I never saw that. Look, they're wrestling. Hold on. Oh no, is this wrestling? I don't know.
Looks like massage.
I know, it does kind of. Oh yes, it's massage in that
Oh,
one.
okay.
I was like, why are they wrestling in a safety program? So that's weird. Look, look at that.
Oh, look at her dress.
I know. And the pages are beautiful. And we have these are books that I personally could not cut up. However, we have a lot of crafters. And if that's what you choose to do, it would be awesome. But always remember, when using scissors, safety first. So that's the first one. Yeah, the images are stunning. We got a little boy with his train. So that is that one. And then we have English in action. This is grade 8. Also, Miss Marvel. And this one doesn't look like it's ever been, I don't know, it doesn't even look like it's been opened. Again, not.
Huh.
I know. And so they're all photos. And this is also from the 1930s. Ugh, look at that. Look at that. Reminds me of out your back door there, girl.
Yeah, it did. Well,
all around.
Well, up in the mountains. Because Denver's the foothills. It's kind of boring actually in Denver. Well, hi, Angela. Angela stopped in to say hi. I know you've got your Dungeons D&D. So thank you.
Miss Angela, I'm sending something to Heather for you to peruse.
Oh, yes, that's true. And just everybody in the chat, VOA.quest1910 Angela. She is my co-host for my chat show on Mondays. We call it Brocont and Bergamot. So that's who I'm saying hello to.
And she's cuter than a button's ear.
She is.
And she's got a very cute new chair that you need to check
out. Yes. Fabulous chair.
The last one is Living English. Oh.
Ooh, look at the cover on that book.
I know.
Right? The cover, that's a great book.
Isn't it? And
yes.
You get the vintage scent for free.
I love the vintage scent.
I do too. I mean, I know some people don't, but
I love it.
Oh, I do too.
Love that cover.
For the longest time, this is from 1935, but when I show you these photos, you're gonna blow it up.
1935. Oh, that's a great book.
Yeah, and it is an almost perfect condition.
Yeah.
Oh, now remember, if
did you say what this lot was starting at, or is it choice?
I thought I put it up there. I never saw. Good Lord. $6 is it. Starting bid.
That's it?
Yeah.
For all the books or choice?
For choice.
Okay, choice.
All right, let me just do this because. Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah. You have to
okay, so here's what happens. It's starting bid at $6. So whoever puts in a bid, then we'll look for 7 or more. I want to find more pictures. Look at that.
It's a Barbie.
Oh yeah. That's a great one.
Oh.
I'm very tempted to bid.
I know, right? And here's the thing, you guys. 1935 is so right now we're, I believe, at oh my gosh, 4th of July is one of my favorite holidays. Look at that.
That's a really good book.
So you can scan these. Like if they're for your personal use and you're not selling them, you can scan all of these photos and use them in your art projects. And 1935 is not so far away. I think we're at 1927 or 8 for copyright. And you can then scan them and use them in your. Oh my gosh, I found some Ohio art vintage pails I want to bid on so bad for my collection. That would go.
Vintage pails, that is a big market. When I went to the last year, I actually did a video I brought my husband with me, and we went to a toy show, and I got to see some of those old 20s, 30s lithograph pails.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea how crazy those can get in price.
Right. And
I learned a lot on that trip.
yes, I've collected them way back when. A lot of the things I collected before they were cool, you know?
Yeah.
And I went to an antique store in Walnut, Iowa. That would be on the road trip in the van.
I stopped in Walnut.
Hundreds and hundreds of dollars for those pails, I'm telling you. Okay, so I see Brenda in at $9, and we are looking for 10 or more. And I'm going to start the countdown. We have 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. All right. And we're waiting for Sandy for the bid end. And once we get that, all right. And so bid end. And it looks to me, unless I am incorrect, that Brenda gets first choice. Brenda, do you want 1, 2, 3, or all of the books? Yeah, there is a lag, so just
living English.
Living English. All right. So next in line we had Barbie. Miss Barbie, would you like everything English in action or safety first and activities?
That's my second favorite cover.
Oh, I know. There's
the safety guard.
All right. So Brenda with
wow.
I know.
Sarah Lee had a great uncle who illustrated a children's book.
Gotcha, Barbie.
In 1928. Isn't that awesome?
I know. And some of them you have to be a little bit careful about, but for the most part, the public domain is either January 1st
She
to
said it's 97 years.
Yeah, 1928 then. Yeah. Look at me doing math. Thank you, Sarah Lee. All right, kid, it's your turn.
What?
I know.
Okay, so we're going to start the bidding at $10 for my very cool vintage tin. It is Heaton's Swiss Cream Caramels, and it's in really nice shape. I'm thinking this is from the 60s.
Oh my God.
Sure, but it's pretty clean inside. Wow. And it's the kind that has a really fun hinge. And this isn't, I didn't even bring this for Valentine's Day, although it could be cute for Valentine's Day. I was thinking this would be perfect for those of us vintage glamour girls who just love, having vintage bedrooms, vintage bathrooms, the powder puffs, the really cool vintage purses. Because look, doesn't she look like she's from the 60s? Just sitting there on the telephone. Maybe it's the 50s. I don't know.
No.
The illustration just looked kind of 60s to me, but maybe it's, I don't know.
I don't know, but it might be, the tin might be from the 60s, but she looks like a 20s girl.
You think she looks 20s?
Oh my goodness.
Hold on, let me check just to see. Maker. Okay, so this was designed in New York, but it was made in England. So this is a made in England tin. And I see Brenda in at 10. So if anybody else wants to get in, I am going to start a countdown for her, counting down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Wilhelmina, if you can put in a bid end for me, I would so appreciate it.
She so will. Oh my gosh, I was like, I want that so bad.
It's just, I love just the way she's sitting there on the shoe.
Oh, congratulations, Brenda. It is gorgeous.
Yeah, awesome. Perfect. Thank you
for
so much,
all of your
Brenda.
bids.
So Brenda, definitely send me all of the pertinent information to my email, which actually, what's interesting is if you take down Brenda's comment, can you take down that comment where it says 9 for the books?
I'm getting to it. Hang on. It's just
Okay.
slow.
But I did have my email on there.
Oh, I'll pop your email right up underneath you. So, hang on just a second. It just takes me a minute. I'm just slow. There you go.
Oh, Brenda's bought from me before.
Did it hide it? No.
Then you're in there. Then I won't worry about it. I'll just look for you. Okay.
I seriously need.
I am all flash.
that.
I need to.
I don't know. There you go.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, dear heavens, heavens. All right. Now, all of you fans of mushies, of mushrooms, need to pay attention to this because this is one I was like, I don't know if I can get rid of it.
Sometimes it's hard to part.
I know.
With the things that you love.
But I didn't keep it. All right, I'm starting this at $18, and we are going to slide to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, this is an Anna Lee mushy. I just can't even. When I saw this, I was like, this needs to be displayed all spring, all summer. It is just too cute. And my mom does a lot of fairy gardens. Now, this is felt, and it's got the cute little buttons on the top. And look at that face. Now, I know some people think Anna Lee dolls are a little creepy. I personally think this one is extremely adorable.
It is.
It still has the original tag so I don't think this was maybe it was on display, but it still has the little original tag. It's got the original. I know, Amy. Oh, and look at him. Look at
the
his
original tag.
Yeah. He's just hugging on that mushy little Elfie.
Yeah.
Everyone needs this in their display. I just can't. I can't. And their work is so amazing. I have another one. It's a little controversial that I got with this one that will be coming up on another live sale. And I'm telling you, it is cuter. It's frogs.
Oh,
which
wow.
also go adorable with the mushroom. But I'm not seeing any interest, so I'm going to set this aside and maybe put it in my own display. However, if you were interested, just pop in your bid at 18. I'm going to turn it over to Heather, and we're going to keep moving on.
Okay. So now I'm moving a little bit, leaning more into my personal style. And this is going to start at $14. And
Yeah.
this, sorry?
I'm gonna get this right.
Okay. So obviously has lovely rabbits on it, but this is one of those aluminum serving pieces. There's two brands that do this, the like Wilton Armitage and Arthur Court. And this one is an Arthur Court from the 90s. And I just I love things like this. It works
So
really
those are French,
well. It works really
those
well
are
with
French
pewter.
lops.
Yeah, and I love pewter, but I love the fact that they're lop bunnies. I love that. And of course, the florals going all the way around. And this can be displayed year round, but it is wonderful with spring around the corner. Really, really fun. A little more traditional item. I tend to be a little more traditional in my home, and this just I love stuff like this.
I do too.
I love putting it out in the hutch or the center of a table. I love it, and you could put eggs in it. You could put your French bread. Put a beautiful little linen in there, and then when you're done with your bread, you've got an adorable little displayable bunny rabbit plate. So, and it's in vintage condition, but pretty good shape. Uh,
Oh, it's gorgeous.
like little tiny spots of wear in there, but for the most part, looks great. Aluminum, very lightweight, and durable. So
I think it would be cute just on a stand, behind other,
they are.
spring or Easter pieces.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah, very, very cute.
Oh,
So yeah, I know.
awesome. Oh, what happened to my phone?
Brenda McDowell, 14.
So Brenda, we have Brenda in at 14, and we're looking for 15 or more.
So cute. Oh, I didn't measure it. Did I measure it in my notes? Of course I didn't. But that's why.
Oh, you have that. You have your.
I learned this trick from Steph Sells Shells by the Seashore. Steph Sells by the Seashore. Oh my goodness.
Your mod raised it 15.
I'm butchering her channel. So this is 14 and a half inches long. And width is 6 inches wide. So 6 inches wide on this one. Really, really cute. I mean, even from the back, look at how amazing that looks, even from the back.
Oh my goodness.
The way they do the stamping work on these.
I'm not so.
I'm a huge fan of metal pieces.
What does it say on the
24.
back? Is that Isabel Bloom?
No, it's Arthur Court. So here, let me go back.
Gosh, it looks like her signature. Oh, there you go.
Can you see that?
1994. There you go. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a very popular brand, or it was a popular brand in like the department stores, where you buy, all those beautiful collectible things that I like Port Merion. Do you remember all the Port Merion servlet pieces and things like this?
Nambi.
I love that. Very French country,
Yeah.
English cottage. I love it. So.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we have Peony Lane at 15, looking for 16 or more.
Okay, so I'll start counting down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end, please.
I see Barbie in it. 16.
Yep.
Awesome. Awesome find, Barbie. Now you have to send me pictures when you display it.
Okay, so it goes to Barbie.
Barbie.
Thank you, Barbie. Thanks so much. And I don't think Barbie is bought from me.
All right. So
So
just send the same information, Barbie, that you've sent to me, and we'll go on from there. And thank you for the bids, Peony Lane. And you're just after the bid end, so we're sorry, but maybe next time.
Make sure to remind to do the update.
Yes, definitely make sure you refresh, just so that you don't miss out, and make sure that you're in the all chat. So while we're on to bunnies, little Bonnie Foo, we're gonna hop through the forest.
oh, take down
Oh, poo!
the Peony Lane bid.
I need an admin.
What does that mean?
Well, I would do that part, but I can't do that. Only you can do that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I need to hire somebody. It would be awesome if I could hire Dave, but he doesn't like to do that stuff. I'm telling you. Okay, we're just going to go create a new banner. This is going to start at $12. And let me get it. Okay, there we go. Are we good? All right. We have a little Rumple Bunny. It is so cute. Why do I keep using this? I don't know, because it's here. But it is so adorable. I couldn't stop. Now, interestingly, inside, I don't know if you can see it. Do you see those little marks? That's
kind of.
No?
I mean, I see like a dot and I see what could be a scratch.
Yeah, there's just a few little imperfections, and it just looks like over the years it has done its thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I did clean this out, but I think way back in there may be some dirt from like the 1950s that you get to keep as well. But
that's good, healthy dirt.
I know, right? So this would be so cute. And the starting bid is $12, but that's not all, friends. You're going to get some extras, but let's just talk about if you want to use it as a planter, or in my case, as a fake planter, because I kill plants most of the time. Look how cute that looks in there.
Very cute.
Oh, I know. But you're also going to get, and see, this is what I use my stuff for.
Oh, I like that.
I know, us artists, if I'm going to be creating art, I want to make sure, I just got to get this ready while I'm doing it. I got to make sure that I have fun things to look at, and that would be one of them. Okay, so you're going to get this, and I'm not even going to show you because I want you to be surprised when you get this cute little, it's a hanky.
It's a hanky.
It's
one
a
of my favorite
hanky.
things. I love hankies.
Oh. And you're also going to get this little handmade piece by me.
I love that.
Doesn't it make it just okay? See, this is
Lean
why
it forward. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
there is a bow, and it's just not.
Right, it's under the little.
But we've got some vintage brooches and vintage buttons and some wooden flowers.
Oh,
in there.
hold it up even closer. I want to see the brooch. Wow.
Now I use a lot of, like, I'll take all the discarded jewelry and repurpose it, but I think this one only has, does it have any that are missing? Nope. They're all there.
Wow.
And I make a lot of floral arrangements. I did these for my wedding with the wooden flowers and all of the vintage brooches. And
that's an awesome deal, Angela. I mean, just that brooch is probably worth the $12.
It absolutely is. But you know what? Here's the thing. Sometimes we need to see how it could be displayed. And so this is one way. Now, that's not all. My Ron will be
what?
Yeah. So I have, hold on. Just in case you.
Oh, perfect.
Yes. So thank you, Easter Bunny. You're getting it. It's actually an ornament. But, and I would have included a potato too, because of course, this would be so cute. Morning of Easter for the Easter dyed Easter egg or dyed
Yes.
Easter potato, as they're saying now.
Yes.
But all of this comes together, and that's not all. I found this.
What? What?
I know. And it is Valentine's Day, which is crazy to me. But
With
don't they look like they're related? Yes, I know. Boop, boop. Thank you, Easter
Wow.
Bunny. I've got Karen Williams in at $12, and we're looking for
Barbie's at
13 or more. Oh. And this is, it was signed. But here's what it looks like on the inside.
Oh my
God. But it's signed so tiny.
That's so cute.
By Aunt somebody, maybe Opal. I don't know. But all of this comes to you. So you got your own little display right there. I have $13 with Barbie.
I agree.
Yes, and I know Peony Lane does a ton of tiered tray pieces, and this would be adorable. So we're going to count it down, and we have Barbie in at 13, looking for 14 or more. And this would be cute if you have a oil can.
Oh.
To put this little thing on to display it next to it, or a receipt spike, or a flower frog, any of those things. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Who's taking this sweet little vintage lot
I
home?
think you're counting down too fast.
Yeah,
Am I? We have Karen Williams in at 15. Thank you, Karen. And it looks like you're taking it home for $14. Awesome. Karen Williams. All right, I got to write this down real quick. I should be giving this to Dave so he can do that.
Nah.
We need to give him a job. That's what we need to do.
Thank
Thank you all for your bids. I really, really, really appreciate it. And we're going to hop on over here. I'm going to
That was an incredible lot. So, this is my primitive lot, in case your household is more of like the primitive country style. And this is going to bidding start at $12.
There you go.
And so starting, basically it's going to be doilies.
Oh, girl.
And some spools. So
you're right in the realm of all of these crafters when they see these doilies. Like,
okay. So the biggest one is this one. And it's super, super big. This one is 38 inches in diameter. This is the biggest piece with the pinwheel and some nice work here. And then
that is gorgeous.
And then there was a slightly smaller, and I know this is the pineapple pattern. This is really, really, really attractive. I love this design. And this one is 22 inches in diameter. And these, I'm going to also preface, these do have like a grandma's perfume, not heavy, but it's there. These are coming scented. So if you have an issue with that, this is not the lot for you.
But you don't have to pay extra for it.
Right. They're just, I mean, these, I find a lot of my items, I go to estate sales. So this was obviously in the home of someone who loved these.
And who loved to wear perfume.
Yeah. Exactly. And so there's also a couple little ones. So I'll just really quick. There's 5. These are not the heavy style. These are the just lighter, thinner weight style. So we've got a star. We've got this guy.
Oh, God. That is such
And we've
a
got 3 of these, which I think they're all the same. Um, or if they're not the same, they're very similar. So 3 of these guys. So basically 5 smaller face-sized
which
doilies.
those are things that we use for pockets and tucks and in journals, those little tiny ones. But oh, beautiful.
So that's the doilies. And then you're also getting 7 spools.
I saw those and I was like, oh, she's not serious. I just can't.
Sorry, they're hard to hold. So I'll just go through really quick so you can get a good look at each one.
Mm.
So this one's really nice. I like that one's really cool. And then
Those are gorgeous.
this guy.
While you're going through those,
This is the biggest one.
I have a pickle jar that stands on the floor that my mom gave me, and it is full of those. It's a stunning display. People always comment on it. And if you're a crafter, you wrap your lace or your ribbon or whatever.
Yeah. That's what I think would be a wonderful display is if you had a bunch of ribbon and used these. Oh, so cool.
Oh my gosh.
I like these, like, what is it? Like a funnel? I don't know. There's something about these ones that I like. I like those ones. And then 2 more of these.
I like those better
You like
even
these?
than the actual spools. You know, I
Yeah.
just think that they're so fun.
So you get the doilies and the spools.
And those probably date early 1900s. Some of them probably before that, way before that.
I don't know much at all about sewing or knitting as a practice.
Well, I'm not good at it, but I can tell you
Yeah.
it's somewhere between the late 1800s to the early 1900s.
Yeah.
And they did do them later, but they're beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, and yeah, I agree. These are fun to display with, whether you put yarn or thread or whatever around them, or put them in a jar, put them in a bowl, put them in your those really cool like wooden are they salt or sugar baskets? That it's just that primitive,
Like a dough bowl.
style. Yeah, or dough bowl for sure.
And the other thing you can do is put small candles in them and put them on your table, and then have a whole centerpiece. You can put all kinds of things. Let me see.
Yeah. So I'm going to
try.
What
a great lot.
Hold up all the goodies. So you've got doilies and spools. And since Nancy is the only one in, we'll just count down for her. Sorry, my hair got in the way. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Awesome. It looks like we have a winner. Nancy is it. Congratulations, Nancy, and thank you.
Yes.
Okay. What do I have? I have a quilt. And we are starting said quilt at $24. So look at me. I'm telling you. Is everybody's internet just like really like everything is just like
sometimes the chat seems to freeze in the live stream sometimes.
Okay.
Let me just check the regular live.
Yeah, and I'm not checking that,
okay.
But okay, so I have a quilt that's upside down. Now, again, this is another one of these that I did not want to part with. It is vintage. I
precious.
know that it's so cute. And I thought, well, it's springtime coming up. I'm showing these are all vintage hand embroidered quilt blocks. I'm just gonna keep showing. This is big. Like it's taller. No, it's not as. How tall is this? Like, let's see.
We'll hold it like that. You're 5 foot.
I'm 5'4" and I'm holding this. It's probably 5 foot.
It's just.
Oh, it smells good too.
You're 5'4". It's probably like 48 inches, 54 inches.
So I'm just gonna go up 24 starting bid. This is hard to do. We got ducks. We got sheep or lambs. We got.
Oh, a kitty.
I know.
Kitty at the
yeah,
bottom.
it is beautiful. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. Just a little quilt background information. There's the bunny abbot. This is vintage. The top is vintage. The quilting, on the other hand, do you see how perfect that is?
Mm-hmm.
That is something called long arm quilted. So this probably, if I had to guess, was a vintage quilt top that then someone quilted in more modern times. So it probably, but it's all, I mean, the back is old, the front, all of the quilt squares are old. But they have used either a long arm, and they could have maybe used a sewing machine to make those diamond shapes on there. So that is what you're seeing. Now, I think this would be amazing just as a wall hanging.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a place to hang this, it would be fabulous for someone who is having a baby that loves vintage. Oh my goodness. It would be awesome.
That's precious for babies.
Yeah. There are, if I'm not mistaken, a couple little, I'm trying to find them now. I thought it was on the bunny. Oh, right there on the bunny. Just, can you see that? Just a little tiny spot.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, it is beautiful. Now, I will tell you, if you hold it, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. If you hold this up to a light, no, you can't see it. It appears, and I was like, oh my gosh, is that stained all over? And it only happens if you hold it up to the light. But there are little pieces of probably thread or something that are dark that more than likely came from the embroidery floss that was used in here, and through washings or whatever have come through here. You can see one right here. No, you can't see. Can you see that?
I can't see. Oh, wait. I see something dark. So that's a
There you
thread.
go. That is thread. It is not a stain. It is not anything to be worried about. But that's just the way it is. Thank you, Brenda, for your bid.
I have drunken so much water. I need to go make a pit stop. I will be back.
We will wait for you. My turn is coming, I'm sure. Let's see. Brenda McDowell is in at 24. This is just a beautiful, beautiful piece. I'm not doing it justice because I can't hold it all up here. Look at that bunny. I actually have somebody that is having a baby. Well, we have somebody who's having a baby. We're calling her I don't know, is she going to be our niece or our granddaughter?
I think we're getting to that age. She might be our granddaughter.
Yeah, she's our office managers. Baby, it's coming soon. But I don't know that she's into vintage like that. But this is fabulous, worth way, way more. The time, I can tell you that whomever quilted this probably it's hundreds of dollars in order to quilt. And I know this because whoa, I'm going down. Um, my grandmother, my 94-year-old grandmother, worked a quilting arm for as long as I can remember, into her 80s. And just, someone quilting it by hand, amazing. But then to have it quilted, it's hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So you're getting a fabulous deal. And I'm going to go ahead and count it down. So we're going to start. And I'm going to do 10. 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, I forgot the leg. Dave's like, you remember the leg? Sam's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And a gavel.
When the bid ends and smack.
I'm sure everybody would appreciate a gavel.
I'll do that.
And sold. Great.
And sold. And sold. You know what you could do? I think it would be fun if you would just go to, they call it being a colonel if you're an auctioneer, right? I think you could be a colonel. All right. I'm waiting for the bid end, but I think, Wilhelmina, I see Brenda. Dave, go ahead and hit bid end. She also may have had to take time out.
I beat her by just a smidgen.
All right. Did we get the bid end?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to turn it over to Heather, and then I, too, am going to take
Sounds
the
good.
time out.
Okay.
All right. Dave's in charge, so just beware.
Okay. So actually, this is good timing because this is going to be my other buy it now, quick claim item. And what it is another awesome thing. This is my style, very French country. This is made in Portugal. She didn't mute. We have got the brand is Bordello Pinheiro. And I don't know if any of you are familiar with the ceramics made by this company, but it is very much influenced by the style of Majolica. And they did a lot of the cabbage plates that are really, really beautiful. I have some cabbage plates that I love. And this is part of their rabbit line, their rabbit in the garden. So you see you've got the rabbit feasting on the berries, and you've got the lettuce going all the way around, and the lid has got little carrots with the cross hatching. And so this is going to be $16. So the quick claim letter for this is letter X. So the first person to put in the letter X would be able to quick claim the rabbit in the garden teapot by Bordello Pinheiro for that price. So nice and easy. Think about it throughout the sale, but absolutely cute for,
Oh my God, what happened?
What happened? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Here.
I'm here. Can you hear me still?
I can hear you now.
Okay. And do you want to put your photo back up or your?
Yeah, I will in just 2 seconds.
Oh, okay. All right. I just want to make sure you can, that you are able.
I can.
Okay. All right. So perfect timing. Letter X, if you wanted to quick claim the rabbit teapot for $16. All right.
That rabbit would look super adorable with the tray.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Super cute. Why is my face not? Oh, I'm so stressed out.
Oh, I think this is going well. I mean,
I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. Good Lord.
that's all right. You got your crew. Everyone's here with you.
I don't want to be there. See, this is the problem when you have 3 different things that are going. Like it.
No, you just bend the black one and go back.
I know, because that's where I want to show, and I do not.
For right now, just put you back up and drag you over the.
All right, as long as you guys can hear me, we'll just go with that. But it's not the right one.
Well, they gotta be able to see what you're saying.
Okay, now this is, yeah, but it's going to mess me up. But we'll just work through it, and I'll figure it out after Heather's. I'm gonna have to do this down here. It's so weird. This is a early 1940s juicer.
I love those juicers. You need to drag yourself so everyone can see how awesome these are.
Yeah.
These are fantastic.
And it is 2 pieces. See, and now I'm on another piece of equipment, and this is not, look at that.
I love it.
Oh, these are just stunning. And I can't hold this up and put in my starting price. So Wilhelmina.
Oh, I'll put in the starting price here.
Thank you, sweetie. It is going to be, believe it or not, we're starting at $18.
Oh, wow.
Really
I know. And you guys can look these up, but I'm telling you, these little chickadees are jumping rope.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes, I can hold it more still.
Oh, that's cute.
There aren't any chips, aren't any cracks. There is some crazing. It is made in Japan. Let's see if I can get this up here. But see, there's lots of crazing on it. I love crazing. In my opinion, that makes it even more special because I'm not going to use it for typical reasons. I'm obviously not going to do something with it, but look at those.
She said they're hearing a feedback echo.
Okay, that's because I'm on here, and I will figure that out in a second.
I can't hear it.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much to all of you for being patient with Heather and I doing my first collaboration sale, because I know you guys are all kind and give us grace, but I'm learning. I'll figure it out. So cute. Now, I'm just going to tell you, you asked for some of my handmade items, and let me just show you how adorbs this would be with the Bon Ami.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Are those from the 40s, those juicer cups?
From what I have seen, they're either from the late 30s or early 40s. And there were several designs. I could not find a maker specifically, but this is 15 out of 176.
I just love the soft spring green on this one. It's really nice.
And the color doesn't even show, like these are pretty vibrant. Like the orange and the yellow are very vibrant. But this yellow is almost like a celadon color. It is fantastic.
The green's pretty.
The green is gorgeous. Well, I don't see any interest at the moment, so that means it's probably going to go in my display for Easter. There you go. So I'm gonna
so
slide
good.
you on over. I'm gonna figure out what's going on.
Hold on. Let me find out what I'm selling. I was enraptured by.
I know.
Okay. We're good. Okay. So you do your thing. I will put in my start. So this is going to start at $14. Let me just type this in. And this is a lot of 2 books. If you saw my reel on Instagram, then you might have noticed them. So I think that went in. Okay. All right. So these are wonderful, charming antique books. Now, because they are antique, one of them is copyright 1900. The other one is 1903. So they are a bit fragile. But for those of us who love antique books, we don't mind all of the wear and tear because the amount of time these have lasted and the amount of children's hands and parents' hands that have held this throughout generations is part of the magic of older books like this. And what's funny is this must have been a series because on Tuesday night on Ariana, the Withering Cottage, on her channel,
Yes.
we sold different stories, but the same style of book. So the same kind of where had this design in the column and then an illustration having to deal with the story inside. So the 2 stories are The Kingfisher's Egg.
Oh.
Isn't that beautiful? And then the other is, what is it? I can't read backwards. How a Dear Little Couple Went Abroad. I mean, come on.
Dave, that's what we should do.
Yeah. To me, that's so stinking cute. I love that cover. So let's take a look at the wear and tear. So yeah, and I thought, I think $14 is a good start price, because like
I think that's
$7 per book. I mean, and these are so old. So on the Kingfisher's Egg, there is different writing on the inside, random little writings and numbers and prices throughout its life. And then this is the cover page. And there are some illustrations. They all are black and white. And I have not read the story of the Kingfisher's Egg, but I will quickly kind of show you some of the illustrations. So obviously, child's storybook. For me, pardon?
Is it as good a condition as I'm like that is in?
It's in very fragile condition. So I'm going very gingerly because it just feels weak and fragile to me. Here, see if you look at the spine, see, yeah, you can kind of see it's 100 years old and it shows, but it shows in all the best ways. And this is not a book that I'm really going to be thumbing through and necessarily reading. For me, it's more of the fact that it's survived and it's for display. So
yeah, it would be so pretty in a display.
Yes. And I love the 2 storybooks together. Just the fact that they're, just 2 little couples, little boy and girl, just so
gorgeous,
sweet, just so stinking sweet. So I'm not seeing anybody in at 14. So this might be something.
Oh, you guys,
that we bring back, we think about a little bit. But to me, this is definitely one of those that it's a display one. It's not really one. I mean, I guess you could. I know some of you folks like, you could, I guess, gut it, reinforce it, and put new things in it. Or sometimes people do all sorts of things with books. So I guess you could craft with them. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I
Hey,
wouldn't. That's one. I mean, I'm pretty persnickety about what I cut apart and what I don't. But
yeah,
those, I mean, if the pages start to fall out, use the pages in your art and keep that front. Oh my goodness.
yeah,
Oh, all
yeah.
right. We have a
Oh, Peony Lane. Peony Lane.
bid of
You
four.
speak my language.
Yes.
You
For
feel in the charm and beauty of these little sweet darling books.
a
Okay.
dear little couple goes abroad.
Isn't I feel like this one would be like just so cute. If you're an Anglophile like me, where you just like England and English history, like you just like put this with like some of your English teacups and things like that. It would
Yes,
just
and
be
then Dave and I can speak
so
British all
cute.
night.
Yeah.
Would you like to go abroad, darling?
Okay. So now
Mm.
that Peony Lane is ready to be the new custodian of my little children's books, we can start counting down from 15, 14,
Oh,
13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end.
awesome. Congratulations, Peony Lane. Let's see. What are we? Well, we're going to do, I'm going to slide you across here.
Okay.
Boom. And we are going to start the bid. Actually, this is a quick claim. So, this is what you guys have been asking for. And we're going to do a quick claim for $22. This is one of my handmade assemblages. And I'll tell you, this is the deal because the Bon Ami tin
Mhm.
alone is worth $22. This is a Homeco little cutie patootie. She has now a lot of times I will use pieces that maybe had a chip or a crack or a little boo boo. This one does not. She's got her little duck. This
What were you starting at on
oh, I
this?
thought I put it up there. Maybe I
Oh,
didn't.
did you?
Up at 22.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, I see. Quick claim 22. Got it.
Yeah. And that is a vintage mushy on there. I have added,
Hey, sunshine.
hey, Northwest Sunshine. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. We have some, I think it looks like feathers in the background. And by the way, when I made this, it was a week later and I still had these little fuzzies going around. The duckies on the front are not vintage, but the Bon Ami is very, very old. I have signed it. Um, okay, I'm going to do this. Listen, you hear that?
What is that?
It's still the Bon Ami in there. I got
what? Okay, I need the history of Bon Ami now. I
okay,
need.
so Bon Ami is polishing. It's like it would be today's barkeeper's friend.
Okay.
And there's a little tiny. Can you see the chick on there?
Ah, no, hold it closer. Closer. I can't.
Okay, let's see.
Maybe I just need my glasses.
Tells you how to use it, and right there is the chick. Now this is old.
Okay.
I mean, I don't even know how old. For all finer kinds of polishing and cleaning.
Oh, very cute.
Oh yeah, I love these, and I found these and was able to pick up I think 3 of them, but I believe this is the only one that still had the Bon Ami in it. Now I will guarantee that I have covered the little pouring spouts. I got everything out that I could, and it was still in there.
Yeah.
That's amazing. But apparently it clumped up a little bit. And so there's a couple little clumps that were not coming out. And I wasn't going to dig the bottom of it off. But I covered it up. We've got everything is vintage with the exception of obviously the feathers and flowers and the little baby ducks. The mushrooms are probably from the 70s, but super cute. And it looks amazing with the juicer. Here, we'll just put it up here. Let's make a little vignette right here on camera, live.
Yeah. I really like the vision you had on your assemblage. It definitely feels to me like it was inspired of like a little French countryside, like a little provincial farm where like the little girl is out there working and the ducks and geese are wandering around, maybe in the meadow, and you've got the my friend theme. I think that's awesome.
When I made it, I named it Get Your Ducks in a Row because I usually don't
Oh,
put my ducks in a row. So I thought it was perfect, But whoops, it's falling over. I mean, you can just put all of these little items of goodness, and now you have your whole collective of your Easter or spring assemblage. Yeah. So I love this. And I will tell you, my assemblages, I don't know. Like, I can whip out a junk journal in no time flat, but these really, I don't know if it's because I have to find my elements and I want them to be vintage or what, but it takes me a long time to have that vision.
mhm.
And these are on the back, those are vintage cupcake liners that then I cut into little fringies.
Yeah.
All right. I don't see any interest, so we will save that for later on.
Tammy! Hey, girl.
Hey, Tammy. Thank you. And I'm going to turn it over to you, my friend.
Okay. So this is, I think this is my oldest. Well, no, the books. I think the books were my oldest. But this is close, right around same time. So we have a really sweet, wonderful little Victorian jewelry casket or trinket box with beautiful rose in the metalwork here. Wonderful, wonderful, romantic Art Nouveau in style. And this is starting at $15. You are going to get the little antique trinket box, and you can see it has a glass bottom. And inside, you are also going to get not nearly as old, but a little glass bead rosary in a really pretty soft pink color. I would say the rosary dates probably to the 80s because it's got Pope John Paul on there.
So pretty.
But I do love when I do find little crystal glass beaded rosaries. I always pick them up. They are always to me so beautiful.
I think about those, like what you've got in that, and I'm always thinking of a vignette and those with the books that bought. Oh,
Yeah.
Stunning.
So yeah, I love this sort of thing. It's just
Barbie asked if it was pewter or silver or
these are made of what I call pot metal or possibly spelter. These are not any sort of fine metal usually. I guess this could be silver plated, possibly. It is not marked at all, so I never assume. If you look at the bottom, it's really hard to tell on these pieces, but I always assume it is an amalgam of metal that they used to do for all of these kind of jewelry caskets. Usually it's spelter is what I call it.
Is that a tulip?
This is a rose.
Oh, it is a rose.
Yes. Yes. I have a thing for these types of boxes. I love the Victorian era. I love things that were made back then. I love things that have survived from that time period, and boxes like this you can still find because they were kept in the woman's
Mhm.
boudoir on their vanity, and usually the hardest ones, if you find the ones that are all metal with the hinges, usually the hinges a lot of times will fail because they've been around for so long. But this one, because it has the glass bottom, very sturdy, really, really nice condition. And it's very cute, small, romantic. So, yeah.
So, if we had men watching, that would be the perfect thing to buy for your loved one,
Yeah.
and then put a gift card for.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
We do have men watching.
We have one man watching, and it would be Dave.
Yeah. And I don't know
if he's not picking up.
Yes, but I don't know if any of you collect these crystal rosaries, but I thought this was a good little bundle.
Oh, I think it's
together for $15. So I'm going to go ahead and pass and say next.
Next. Yeah. You just keep that until the next time.
Oh, Tammy Renee Walker asked how much.
Oh, Tammy
It was starting at 15. Tammy, do you want to just, if you're interested, you can just pop that. Oh, wait.
Because I suck at changing the banners, apparently.
Karen Williams just did 15.
Karen Williams just did 15.
Okay. Well, let me bring it back up here.
Also bid 15. I'm just trying to tell you.
He's helping.
He is helping. I'm like, oh, that's loud.
So I'm going to bring it back up, and we will do one more quick look, and then I will count down. So everyone has a chance to get a bid in if they so choose. So counting down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you.
Wow. I saw a just in case of 18, and we're waiting for Wilhelmina to bid end. So it looks like Ms. Karen Williams is getting $17.
Karen for $17. Okay. Thank you so much, ladies, for your interest on this one.
Love you, Miss Karen. That is awesome. So let's just keep getting all romantic. I think that would be a good idea.
Okay, let's stay with the romance. That sounds good.
Here we go. Okay, so now on this one, we are going to start it at, just let me type it in first.
Okay.
I'll get ahead of myself here.
Okay.
$14. And this is for both little beauties. And one is from my personal collection that I've had for probably 20 years. And I love it, but it just goes with this piece. And I found this in the wild the other day. So the first, and I had a really hard time identifying her. Now, this is not a half doll. It's not a doll's head, but she is a cute little cherub. I thought she may have been Norcrest, but I couldn't find her exact piece. I mean, she's just so cute. She's got her banner. Yeah. She's playing a harp. I found more Norcrest that were very similar, playing different musical instruments. So that is the only, I mean, if somebody else knows, tell me. But her little roses are not even damaged, which is amazing. But she is also going to come with, okay, now I need my tray here because I will break something if I don't. she's going to come with a piece I've had for many, many years. It's traveled across probably at least 3 or 4 states where I lived. And it is this
Oh,
right?
ooh.
It looks and appears to be a chocolate box, but it is not. See, now I also thought maybe left in 2, but I couldn't prove it,
Really,
Northwest.
really quick, can you take down Tammy's bid of 16 and put in your start of 14?
Okay, I really did have that up there. Didn't it come up that said?
I don't know.
No, it didn't. I was watching it too.
I must not have hit show.
Okay.
My apologies. I'm learning.
So it's not a candy thing?
No, it is not a candy piece. So let me put this down before I break things.
Now our curiosity is piqued. We all want to know.
Okay. So super cute. Looks like a candy box. Dave may have to get up off of his perch after I do this, but
Oh, cute. That's great.
it's a music box.
I love it. That's great. And those look really good together.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I also have, again, this is the first for me too. Watch out. We're just gonna put it that way so that I don't. I feel like David from Coleman Collective. Like I feel like I've taken training from him.
He has
and
a lot
that
of close. He has a lot of close claws, and he does it with like all that glass and stuff.
Oh, no way. No way. But I am now as I add a piece of glass. But this is the piece of hole with that. See, this is me styling because I'm like, oh, her little head, she needs to move over a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But look how beautiful that is together.
Yeah.
I love it. It actually stopped singing, but it will probably start up shortly. So starting bid, $14. You get both the cherub and the Valentine, who's been sitting in my craft room on display for a very, very, very long time.
You psyched them out with the vase. Karen was wondering.
You know what?
The vase was included.
Let's put the vase in. Let's do it because you know what? Starting out $14.
No way.
Let's do it, Karen Williams.
It's gonna be a frenzy.
Aunties, girl. And look, a little wine display on top of it. I'm telling you. This, by the way, was going to come up later, but this is a piece of Hull pottery. Hull, and it is 1950s, by the way, W8-7 and a quarter. As far as I can tell. I'll show you on the bottom. You can tell me. I don't know. I think it says 7 and a quarter. It looks like 7 and a quarter a lot.
It does.
Wow, it looks better there than it did through my eyes when I wasn't. Mm-hmm. Karen Williams, you're getting a steal. Wow. This has no chips, no cracks. This piece I've had, I think, for quite a while. I don't know if this one. I used to have a lot of Hull pottery,
She's just confirming that it's now the lot is for all 3.
Yes, you're getting it all of it, all 3.
Man, she's going wild, you guys.
You know what? Show these girls how you do it. Bid against your besties. It's all right. We're all still going to be friends afterwards.
Wow.
I know. It is that. If you don't Karen,
you see Karen?
Get a cigarette, get a glass of wine. You'll be fine. Just bid up, girl.
Oh my gosh.
I know. One of my favorite things to do is just put things together. And so I'm totally okay with just adding things in. And you get a whole little display. And the truth is, this piece in the music box, Tammy's having one for you. I'll be having one afterwards. Um, the this is always that little heart was always in my display. I never took it down. I think that if you love something, you keep it out and enjoy it. Okay. So everybody got their smoky treats and their booze. Let's see. We're gonna count it down. I just jumped back in here for a second. I see you, Karen. Go for it, Northwest. Come on, let's show these girls what bidding wars
Carrie just
look
said,
like.
"Oh, I've been drinking."
Well, then bid. Like, yeah, have fun. Let's enjoy it. All right, I'm going to start counting down. Don't forget your just in cases, and we are going to start it down at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. All right, I better put this stuff down before I break it. And I have no idea what the.
Karen Williams had a just in case of 30. We should have a bidding. Northwest Sunshine came in at 20.
Okay, well, Dave, you just tell me what we got here. I'm going to put this down before I break things.
I think Sunshine's after the bid end.
Yeah, it came up on mine. It was after the bid end.
All right, so who then, if Northwest Sunshine came in after, Karen Williams had a just in case of 30, but I think
Close.
Holy cow, Karen Williams, you got the steal of the night.
Karen got the deal of the evening.
Oh my goodness. But I'm happy for you. These have been around for a long time. Every time you look at them, just think about me, Karen, and then have your cigarette and your glass of wine, and it'll all be good. Thank you so much.
Wow.
All right.
I'm impressed.
I know.
You're blowing my mind.
Hey, gotta feel the love.
Okay, so this is an offer up starting at $20. Do you want me to write that, put that in?
No, I will get it. I will do it for you. I promise.
This is a 9-inch, so a smaller little swing base. And I'm pretty sure this is Fenton. It is not marked, but I think it's Fenton. And it is one of those beautiful opalescent style vases with a little hobnail on the bottom. Beautiful sky blue color. And I
love that color.
This little, I'm like a corsage is what I'm calling it. So this is just a faux, like a millinery style of florals. And then I wired the little rabbit to it, put this little ribbon on it, and then I do have a little stick pin if you wanted to wear it as a little lovely corsage. But I did make sure that it could be tucked
that bunny
into the opalescent blue glass.
Oh. It's like a peep from the olden days.
It does look like a peep.
That is perfect.
Isn't that cute? But if you did want to use this as a bud vase, you could take out my little rabbit and use it as a corsage. You know, pin it on your coat or pin it on a pillow or something. But I thought that this was super cute. So pretty. And I'll give you a little closer look at the mouth of it. Again, you can see the like opalescent into the clear at the top. And then down here at the bottom.
You know, I just see all the potential and I'm like, oh, I would buy everything that I see on sales just because I'm like, oh, I could style it. Like that is unbelievable.
Yeah, just like the perfect pastel Eastery blue. So I thought this would just
And I
go
love how
so
you
good
pair
because
it.
and the bunny came with the blue ribbon and the blue flowers. I just added the spray of the white,
Oh,
put it together to make more of a corsage style.
yeah.
So
Oh, Tammy, that's so cute. All right, we
oh,
have Tammy
oh,
in
we have Tammy in.
$20.
Well, Tammy's my girl, so I'm going to start counting down. If anybody else wants in, you're going to have
You
to
better get in.
pass 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
I do too, Northwest. That that millinery flowers with that little what I'm gonna call the peep looking bunny is
Keep
just
rabbit.
much. Oh my goodness. Okay, it looks like Tammy came in with a just in case at 23, and I don't think she needed
But she
it.
didn't need it. Yay.
Awesome. All right. We're gonna keep on moving because let me tell you before I forget, after this show, something's going wrong with my computer again. There we go. After this show, I hope that you will all tune in to our friends over at the Traveling Button Vintage, and it is Sarah Coleman. Sarah is doing the Vintage Quartet tonight with her friends, Jason and Tina from Mother Tucker's, as
Where's
well as guest
Ariana?
Ariana from the Withering Cottage. And you know, Kathleen and I were tight. I love it. So you need to go and hang out with Ariana. So we want to make sure we're done on time. But I want to bring some little elfin magic before
Ooh,
the end of the night.
let's do it.
Now, if you're Irish, raise your hand. I'm only married to a part Irishman. So I don't do a lot of decorating for what's it called?
St. Patrick's.
St. Patrick's. See, I don't even know. But these, oh my goodness.
Oh, we've got a Gilner.
Yes, good job. But this is interesting. So our Gilners primarily they don't have
Yes.
Okay. So I do know this to be Gilner. And Sandy, if you don't mind putting a starting bid, these are going to start at $18 each. So, and then you got a choice. You can do one or both. Now, these are great for St. Patty's Day. They're great for Christmas. They're great for summer. I do a lot of fairy gardens, and so this would be super cute to do a little miniature fairy garden. My mom also does a lot of fairy gardens. But this is choice number one. It is in fantastic shape. This was on here. It's just, I don't know if somebody maybe marked it for themselves. It's no price or anything like that. I did not take it off because I was like, I'm just going to leave it. It is absolutely beautiful. You can look these up. I can assure you $18 is a very reasonable bid. But the Elfie on the log may be my favorite. So I just think, can you see it? Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
He is cute. Now, he is not Gilchrist. I don't think. Because he has the shiny. Yes, Karen Williams, you can.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think he is. No.
No, he's not. So I did look it up, and I think he potentially could be Treasure Craft.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I mean, I'm no professional on glass by any means, but look at him with.
Love it.
I know.
Very cute.
And again, this is something I wanted to keep. because I can see these with a real fairy garden in them
Mhm.
and all of the goodies, but super super amazing shape. And look at him, he's like, hey, I got nothing else to do, I'm gonna lay on this log, it's gonna be fun.
Really cute.
Oh, I when I found these, I was like, oh my goodness. And I thought,
Oh,
well,
take down Tammy's $20 bid.
gosh darn it. Yeah, I'll just hold this up here like this.
Yeah, because both of them have the perfect elfin attitude where they're just like, hey,
I know.
we're
Okay,
not
let's
we're by a log.
exactly. Um,
It's so great.
Wilhelmina, can you see if you can double click on things to get rid of them as well? That would be helpful because I
You just have to scroll back up to where her bid was.
yeah, and I think she can do it too.
Oh, she can.
I think. Here we go. But I know Sarah Lee Coleman, Garden Guy Bill, where are you? Because you would like these. Well, Elfie coming to your housey. But I'm not seeing any interest, and for the sake of time, I will keep these. I may be doing, I mean, I'm new to this live doing hard goods sales. So I may do a drop sale at some point, and just, keep doing it. You got to forge on, right?
Mhm.
Um, because I know there's a lot of people out there that would like those little goodies, according to George. Okay, I'm going to flip it over to you, my
I think
friend.
I think the drop sales on Instagram do really well. That'd be something I would be interested in trying on my Instagram. I haven't done that yet, but
I haven't either, but I think I'm going to do uh, a 90-second sale and try
Mhm.
it. I've seen a lot of people do that, and I think Vintage or Vinny was talking about that. I think I just might try it. I mean, what does it hurt, right?
Yeah,
I just want to get everything out there that I love to other people who might love it just like I do. So,
for sure. Now I'm trying to find my little spot of that I wanted to show you of condition because what I've got is a quilt topper. And Angela, if you could, I added a photo where it says untitled design at the bottom. Can you see that?
girl, you are so testing my ability to do anything. Okay, where do I go?
Can you down at the bottom where
Oh, I see it.
yeah, where it says untitled design, can you add that to the stream? Just it's to me the only way you can really kind of get a close to full look
Oh my goodness.
at this, and it's just the topper. This was never made into a quilt. Now, when you look at the photo down at the bottom, you can see they didn't have enough of the floral edging, and there's a little pieced like red gingham, I think is what it
Yeah.
is.
Uh-huh.
It's you can just see. So, I mean, I think it's beautiful.
What are you starting this at?
This is going to start at $35
Wow.
because this is very, very large. It is 89 inches by 72 inches. And there is a small condition thing that I need to find. It's like a little notch in the fabric. And I'm sure to most quilter people, they probably, oh my gosh, this is what happens when you have a
Yeah,
huge piece of
I know. I
material.
almost I almost think that you got to use like blue painter's tape.
Oh. But the edging is all here. We can probably take that down. I just wanted to give like a good
You know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll do
overview.
side by side with
It's fine, but like so you can see very unfinished. Where's my camera?
hold on.
On the edge, on the edge. But
Oh my goodness, that's gorgeous.
it's the piecing that I think is so special. And if this, I mean, I just went to an antique store and saw quilts like this, but they were done. They were quilted with the cotton in there and everything. They were
Well, I'm just going to tell
Really
you
expensive.
$400+. And
Really
what you're looking at, that is all vintage feed sacks. So
Oh, is that what this is?
yes, so all of that fabric is vintage feed sacks. That is wonderfully done. Regardless if it is someone who took those feed sacks in today's age and made that, or someone who made it back then, it is exquisite work. I can tell. Um, Peony Lane can probably comment on it as well, but
Oh, here it is.
that is stunning.
So the main condition that I wanted to show was there is this little on the edging. So I feel like, I mean, I don't know a lot about quilting. I feel like you could probably just like fold it over when if you were making it into a quilt, which is what I would hope you'd be doing with it. Or I know it would make some really cool like pillows. You could probably get 4 awesome pillows out of it or something. But I'm really hoping someone makes a quilt out of this because I can't sew. And I think it's so cool.
Oh,
So just there's tons, and at the corner, I don't know if you could see in this smaller photo, but like, look, one of them is red, white, and blue.
Sarah Lee, you're right. They are 1930s.
They're all different.
I have all of my great grandma Amelia's feed sack fabrics.
Just super, super cool. So there you have it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's awesome. So that was my last item to bring to the sale, unless
Well, I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to bid 35, and we can take this off camera because I will send it to my 94-year-old grandmother.
Stop it.
And have her turn it into a quilt because it earned. So I will buy that tonight because I think that's something she and I can still do together, and it
Isn't
is
it wonderful? I'm so
Yeah.
glad you love it because I'm like, I know this is awesome. Like, but I can't even. I don't have a sewing machine. I'm not gonna do it. It's like I saved it so that I could, put it out there to the people who I know would do awesome things
Yeah.
with it, right?
Now I could sew on it, but it would not turn out beautifully. So I will not. I
Yeah.
will not do that.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
So,
bought it for 35 unless you're gonna bid it.
Oh, Peony Lane bought it. You want to count
Okay.
it down?
okay. All right. We're counting down. I don't know. I'll just hold up a square.
Hold up a square.
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I will have my husband help me refold this. It is now.
All right. Thank you, Sarah Lee. And it looks like we are done. I have one last item before we flip it over. And
Congratulations, Peony.
yes, thank you.
I hope you're going to make it into a quilt too.
I'm sure so. Like it's stunning. Let's see. My last item is a little mid-century mod.
Cool.
This is also from my personal collection, and I'm just trying to find it on here. The starting bid is $12. It is a good deal. And you know what? You can hold it here, Dave. You're nuts. Because it is a little double divided mid-century modern California pottery made in the USA, and this did not.
It's a really pretty color.
It is beautiful. Did that not come up? There you go.
Thanks, Sarah Lee. You're so sweet.
Yes, you are sweet. And so we're starting this at $12. I have a lot of the pastel, I have a lot of the pink, a lot of the yellow. This was my only piece of the aqua turquoise, which, I mean, it's very appropriate for, spring and for a,
It's really pretty.
dining. It is really pretty. But we're going to do this at, I put start at 12. I meant it's a quick claim at $12. Quick claim. So the first person to put in the letter G, as in goat, is taking this home for $12. I love these. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Again, with the really awesome colors, that aqua,
and
it's
look,
so,
like you could make it
yep.
antique-ish. You can make it, I mean, the thing with decorating is that just
Oh
because,
yeah, Angela, sorry. You're supposed to slide yourself over. I
oh
was just
shoot, I was just watching, I'm just looking at you, and we're just like
thanks,
on a combo.
thanks, thank you guys, because I wasn't paying attention. Thanks,
Slide to the
Barbie.
left, slide to the right. Well, I tell you, here's what I always used to say to when I used to teach and we used to do presentations is, you know what? Let people give you grace and be yourself and be authentic. And you know what? You
Mhm.
make mistakes. So you guys have been very graceful with me on doing this tag team thing. And I can't thank Heather enough
Oh,
for participating.
this is so fun.
And
I think everyone's
yes, we're having a good time. So if no one else is interested in this, Dave gets to put his Super Bowl nuts in his tray for is that this Sunday or next Sunday?
Don't you dare.
I don't even know.
It's Sunday.
Okay. But before we go, if you have not, please make sure you give this a thumbs up and subscribe, please, to Heather at Antique Agenda, as well as myself. We're just going to keep doing this every single week. We're going to do some live sales and support, like Karen said, and Northwest Sunshine. Just continue to support all of those small businesses that you're watching. It might not seem like a lot, but that thumbs up and that subscribe mean the world to all of us. And if you have not, down below, it tells you exactly what you need to send to us. And, send us a chat. You can also reach me through Instagram, Etsy, or any other way in which you wish to visit. But for the sake of the sale, for any of your items, just make sure that I have that information. You can always send it to me so I have it on file. I'm sure. No, don't do that because then I'll lose it and then I won't find it for the next one.
Quick question.
So, yes.
Somebody asked if you could show the 4 mugs behind you.
Oh, you want to look at the mugs? Yes.
Nancy?
These are pretty special. And I always say, you know what? I never met a mug I didn't like to put my art supplies in. But these are Ardco. And they're from the 70s. And if you would like to, these I was going to do on a sale at some point. And these are, do I have it written down? They're a choice at starting at $8 a piece. So if you were interested, let me know. Bling time, baby.
I'm really quick trying to check my email. I think I definitely need Peony's information. I usually try to make sure the information's coming in while the sale's happening.
Okay. So, Peony, let me put both of us back up here. And if you're still interested, you were eating something that smells really delicious.
For me?
Yeah, my email has a dot. So just in case you did email me and you just did antiqueagenda@gmail.com, it won't get to me unless there's a dot in between the antique
dot
and the agenda.
Did I not do it?
Well, sometimes I just go back into and it looks like everyone has either emailed me or I already have their information, I think, except for Peony.
Gotcha.
Nancy asked how much for the whole set.
$40, and then you take it home, Nancy.
For all 4?
For all 4. Although I will be sad because I was like, hey, again, I do not buy things that I won't use. I just will not do it. And there are some things I leave behind. Like I left behind some really cool things today. I was like, not gonna go in my house ever. And Brenda wants the
Brenda, I see Barbie's comment. I'm trying to find Brenda's comment. Why don't I see Brenda in here?
I don't either. Thank you, Sarah Lee.
Barbie says 4 times 8 is 32. Are you saying that you think they'd bid higher if you were auctioning them?
Yeah, I'll do them all for $40. Yeah, you are Barbie.
Oh, there
Why
it
are
is.
you always so
There
smart?
it is. I see it. So Brenda, I've got you. You claimed X teapot 16. It's yours.
Yeah, I just decided like I wanted to start the bid at $8, but I would do them all for just a few dollars above that for $40 because they're amazing. Dave is making me really hungry. I'll tell you what. It's okay, Peony Lane. Just it's antique.agenda@email.com.
Right.
Gmail.com.
No, that and I'm glad if you're a first time, I'm glad that I check because what usually happens is a lot of times you do this and then you kind of forget or maybe like this was the first time I was actually communicating, oh, did everyone make sure to notice there is a dot in my email because that is important for me to actually receive your info so that I can send you an invoice. So
I did that with the Withering Cottage, and I sent my information 3 times, and she kept. I'm like, oh my god, what am I? And I felt so horrible. But those dots, they'll mess you up.
But you used the wrong email address because you didn't have the dots in there.
Yeah, and I kept thinking I haven't got an invoice, and she was like, well, I haven't got any payment, and I haven't got yeah. So
yeah.
Okay, let me get rid of the next time that I do this, I'm going to give Dave my laptop and I'm going to have him signed in under me and he can click off of it.
Oh. Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what David and Sarah do.
Okay.
Because it's actually way more difficult to like.
I understand.
Try to do that.
I completely understand. Like when I'm doing my chat show, trying, sometimes it's like you're in the conversation, you're missing things, and you forget that you still have a comment up.
Yes.
Yeah. I totally get it.
Well, I want to thank all of you again, and especially you, Heather. This was really, really fun. And it's great to have a lifelong friend now from all of our virtual interactions. Someday, Dave and I are coming out to Colorado and we'll hang out with you. Do you ski?
I do not. I mean, I know how to ski. I grew up, my parents were skiers. I grew up learning how to ski, but no, I am not in any physical condition where I would ever want to go anywhere near a hill on skis.
Can you drink a hot toddy sitting by the fire waiting for other people to ski?
I'm a pro at that.
I got you. And we can invite Karen Williams too. But thank you so much. Blessings to all of you. Thank you so much, Heather. I totally appreciate and loved every minute of this.
Invite me anytime. I thought this was great. Personally, I think when you're kind of like winging it, I kind of think people kind of enjoy watching us be like, wait, what are we doing?
Yeah, like we're human.
We're clowns. We're just like
I'm great at messing up, so that's awesome. And don't forget, if you want to see a more professionally done show after this, hop on over to the Traveling Button Vintage and check out Mother Tucker's
I'm going.
Antique. I am too. I'll be
I'm going because, yeah, for sure. I'm going to be there.
And the Withering Cottage, go subscribe to them now so you can all bid and have a great time. And we will see you again next week. Next week will be a sale for ephemera. So until then, yeah. Thank you all and good night.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, we're
No.
just gonna stay on here.
That's okay.